What's up, everybody? Today is July 25th. We are still in the off season for the NFL, but with it being the 25th, that means we are one day away at least for the Jaguars reporting to training camp tomorrow. I am one of your hosts, Matthew Grieve, joined by Cody Cold. What's up, man?
How's it going, everybody?
Another day, another dollar, right? What do they say? Penny? Well, anyways, we'll just get down to it.
yeah, I was gonna let you marinate in that.
We skip the foreplay on this one.
Dude, yeah, you gotta stop with the dad joke sometimes, dude.
So I believe last week. Okay, before we jump into training camp, we'll go. We'll talk some things that happened with the Jaguars. I know we kind of touched a little bit on last week. What's up, Nika? For those that are listening to this, Nika from YouTube has commented. Hi guys, what's up? She's really awesome. What is she does her own content. What is it again? Do you know, Cody?
First and Teal.
First and Teal, yeah. Be sure to check out First and Teal, guys. They are awesome. But we are the Fan Battle Sports Network. Today we are the Jaguars Fan Battle Podcast. Like I said, we touched a little bit last week. Evan Ingram being signed long term. What a relief to finally have a legitimate tight end on the team locked up for several years to come. On top of that, we have freaking Brenton Strange, who all reports say the guy is legit. Granted, it's only been in their underwear up until this point, but to have two pass-catching tight ends for the Jacksonville Jaguars, that's just kind of unheard of. What are your thoughts on Evan Ingram and his signing?
There was some big time plays that he made last year. Like, if he wasn't on the team, we don't win some games, and if we don't win some games, we don't win the division. If we don't win the division, we're not here celebrating. So, yeah, I'm super excited that we got a guy like Evan Ingram, not only returning to the team, but wanting to return to the team and being excited to stay here in Jacksonville, because that hasn't happened in quite some time. And that's starting a new trend. So it's going to be easier to sign free agents in the future. And guys are going to want to get their second year contract out of this team. So we'll actually have some, like you said, continuity, and that's a great word for this type of situation.
Yeah.
I
know, guys, the Evan Ingram thing's a little bit older, but last week, if you missed the show, please go back on our YouTube channel. We had Mike Dempsey, the Jaguars Today radio host for 1010XL. He was on last week. Man, it was a blast. We talked a little bit about Evan Ingram, but when
he said that, like, he came up with the nicknames for everybody, it clicked for me that, like, he's called Mike Dempsey. Like, what is his nickname? And I was like, that's how you find the nickname guy. He doesn't have a nickname. You know what I mean? So, like, it made sense. I think I'm gonna call him Big Mike.
Big Mike. Some other news around the league. I don't know if you saw, and this we bring this up because this will eventually affect Trevor Lawrence's contract. But the Chargers and Justin Herbert have agreed to terms on a 5-year extension worth $262 million.
Damn.
That's so much money. So
260 million, like, on the dot.
$262.5 million.
Oh, it's 62.5. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get the number. I'm trying to get the numbers right, whatever, because imagine, like Josh Allen said this in the comments. Shout out to him. He said, imagine paying a quarterback that's actually good. That got a chuckle out of me. So, yeah.
For the first time.
Trevor's about to get 400 and
whatever he wants, you just give it to him. Right?
It's insane.
So that's something to keep an eye on. Joey Burr obviously is the next man up. So we'll see. It'll just keep getting higher. So and I forgot to mention this, but Cody, why don't you talk about how the love affair between you and the Jacksonville Sharks?
Oh, so they posted on Twitter about, like, getting a new header for their Twitter profile. So I had this cartoon drawing of a shark because I have this older Twitter friend that loves sharks. It even says it in his bio for some weird reason. He's just a strange guy. He's a Kansas City fan. But he's a real cool individual. So he posted that shark picture, and I took it and did some Photoshop work with it. Sent it back to him, like just to be funny, man. Like it's Twitter. This is how we kill time. So I mean, this was like years ago. So Jacksonville Sharks post something today, yesterday. It said like, post a picture of what our Twitter header should be, and if you don't know what that is, it's the picture at the very top of their profile. So I posted this picture, right? That my friend drew. Yeah, there it is. And I wasn't thinking anything of it, man. And I'm sitting there like, enjoying my life, living LIVIN, and all of a sudden I look down at my phone, I get a notification, and they actually did it. They actually put that little rinky dink shark picture as their header.
And there it is, everybody. Is it showing on the screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
So here is the Jacksonville Sharks Arena Football League official header. Yeah, courtesy of yours truly, Cody Cold Gaming.
Gang, baby.
What are you gonna do with this newfound fame? And apparently you're an artiste.
Oh no, I didn't draw it. So and as far as the fame goes, I'm just a troll.
I bet Van Gogh would say the same thing about himself.
Yeah, man, don't mind me. I'm Basquiat if I'm an artist.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm selling that picture for $50 million, then I'm ripping it up as soon as you buy it.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've heard those sales that go for absurd amount of money for like nothing. It's mostly just like a tax fraud scheme between the seller and the buyer.
For sure.
But Nika, interesting question. What will Burrow's number be? Burrow's been to the Super Bowl. He may not have the exact same numbers as Herbert. Herbert has some ridiculous numbers, but Burrow has taken them almost to the promised land. He got them to the gates.
That sucks so bad too, man. It's like the Boston Red Sox feeling, It's like you get there and then the door slams.
Well, they got there a couple times, and I hate the Red Sox, so they can suck it. Oh, sorry.
Go Sox, baby.
I don't know. What do you think his number is going to be? If Justin Herbert's number is $262 million, 5 years, what do you think Joey Burr's will be?
I wish we could edit stuff in real time so I could go bum 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 $1 billion.
Well, because these contracts, the next person up usually has to pretty much outdo the next. I haven't looked at the details of the contract just yet, but I wonder if maybe it's close to the same number, but maybe he gets more guaranteed.
That could be the case. Y'all hear that truck fire up? You hear that?
No.
Okay, good.
Matthew Briggs from the Houston Fan Battle podcast, our sister podcast.
Little sister.
He says on YouTube or Facebook, Burrow has the same, if not better. Burrow has been in the MVP talks past 2 years. Yeah, Joey Burr, right? So I think his will either be more or more guaranteed.
He's got fun that Gucci habit, dude. He's got those crazy outfits. He's got the Cam Newton. He's white Cam Newton when it comes to standing on the sidelines.
Matt Brick says the better looking sister. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. So
the better looking sister?
I have no idea.
How are you looking at your sister, dude?
I think he's talking about Joey Burr. He's talking about Joey Burr, sister versus Herbert.
No, he's talking about. You said sister podcast. I said little sister. He said better looking sister. Yeah. Put some stuff together, Matt.
Sorry.
Come on.
B French from YouTube says, "How does the Jags feel about the Titans this season? That they're the worst." That's my take on that. What about you, Cody?
How do I feel about? I forget the Titans exist in the offseason, and especially after we win, because it's like my favorite My favorite time. I'm soaking in the ambiance of the great season that we just had all off season.
Sweep,
I've been
sweep,
feeling good.
sweep, 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 sweep.
So, like, I mean, how do Titans fans feel about us? You know, that's the question. And if you go on Twitter, they're crying daily and nightly.
We got that wide receiver. We're gonna win
Yeah.
the division, bro. You weren't a wide receiver away from winning the division.
If they were a wide receiver away from winning the division, why did they get rid of AJ Brown?
Ding, ding, ding. Matt Briggs says joke went way over Matt's head like a Davis Mills pass. That's funny because he's a Houston Texans fan.
Yeah,
Even
they
he
know
hates
it.
Davis Mills. So that was funny. Whoa, sorry guys, I'm trying to fix this. Okay. So, anyways, so that's kind of what's going on around the league.
Like y'all are, read this comment. Like y'all are in for a rude awakening.
A rude awakening. I mean,
who's in for a rude awakening?
The only rude awakening we're gonna have is that we're gonna have to wake up on an extra few more weeks as we go to the Super Bowl.
Dude, here's a prediction for the season: Victory Monday, Victory Monday, Victory Monday.
Well, don't forget about Victory Friday.
Yeah, there's Victory Friday. Oh, there's Victory.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because how many Monday night games and Sunday night games are the Titans hosting? I don't know. Jaguars are hosting one of each. And don't worry, Titans fans will be in a Mayo coma after week 3.
And y'all's throwback uniforms suck. Boo.
Yeah. Speaking of that, which is so funny that
the Houston Titans.
It's funny that like last week you brought up the whole uniform thing with the Jaguars when we had Mike Dempsey on from 10XL.
I swear I say something and then like the universe
just all about costumes.
The universe just listens. You know what I mean?
Y'all are great.
Thanks, dude.
Man, if you're a Titans fan, I appreciate that. Like you're the first Titans fan that I've ever met that actually had something decent coming out of his mouth. So I appreciate that.
And not going in.
Okay. All right. All right. Anyways, on the next note, the Jacksonville Jaguars have made history with their coaching staff. Jacksonville Jaguars assistant strength and conditioning coach Kevin Maxon has become the first male coach in major American men's professional sports to publicly come out as gay. Outsports.com says, quote, he made the decision because he didn't want to hide who he is any longer and to possibly inspire others in similar situations. What do I have to say about that? Just make sure our players are ready to play. I could care less. So,
I mean,
thank you for feeling better about that. You're the strength and conditioning coach. Hopefully, they're stronger and conditioned better because of you. So.
I read a little bit of the story or whatever, and he was saying that the other coaches talk about their families, their wives and all that stuff, or whatever. And he felt like he had to keep who he was inside, and that must have sucked, to be honest, man. So I'm glad that's going to lead him into a happier life.
Yeah, I mean, if that makes him feel more comfortable at the facility and does better, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, what's produced on the field, that's all that matters. So,
but I never like seen his face before or whatever. But I am gonna bring this up. Like he looks like he's got like a George Michael after shot, dude. Like his beard is like a mustache and then just like a light beard combo. And I was like, that looks like George Michael right there, dude. So he's got some swag. Are you gonna pull it up?
I'm trying to.
Okay.
Here we go. For those that aren't watching, shame on you. You should be watching because then you could see these presentations.
Yes, premium content.
Here we go. Is it showing? Oh, it's not showing, is it?
It's not. Yes. I was
here we go.
Waiting for you to click it. There it is. That's George Michael right there, dude. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feelings got no rhythm. That's super cool, man. Proud of him.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, do you, whatever. It don't matter to me. Just at the end of the day, what matters most is the performance on the field. And coming from my day job 9 to 5 is I'm a technical recruiter, and so I fill jobs, right?
You do that 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and you can't even say it.
Yeah, well, that's how much I love it. But
Yeah.
no, so so my job is to find people that fit roles, right? And so just find so I could care less what you look like, what you sound like, what your preferences are. At the end of the day, can you perform a job? Great. Let's pay some money. So same with the situation. All right. So I think we'll move on to the meat of this show. And
I was worried what other image you were about to pull up.
yeah, Jaguars training camp 2023. So as I let off at the beginning of the show, today's the 25th. That means tomorrow, July 26th, the Jaguars report for training camp. Now the players have already been there. I believe the rookies, the injured players. Let's see, who was it yesterday? The rookies, the injured players, injured veterans, and first players on the team reported last Friday. And then everyone else reported today, and tomorrow will be the first practice. So a lot to be excited about. This will be the first official practice for people to see with Calvin Ridley catching some balls from Trevor Lawrence, Tank Bixby. I know from the stadium, from the bank, I guess. I wanted to say Alltel Stadium, but it's from the bank. There's a lot of chatter of the coaches and the staff really high on Tank Bixby. So what does that mean for Snoop Connor? You probably need to go find out what the boat's doing. You're you both share the same alma mater. So but it'd be interesting. What kind of stuff are you looking forward to in training camp? Now, remember, training camp, there's not a whole lot going on. They're not hitting very much. So what do you think they're going to look like out there in their underwear?
I'm really worried that the current the training camp helmets and the fit and all that stuff is what the future of the NFL is going to look like. What's up, Randy? A great offensive line, defensive back, great team. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, like, is the future of the NFL going to look like that? Like, like where they're not tackling each other and all that stuff, whatever. But I digress. I'm looking forward to yes, I'm looking forward to seeing Tank Bigsby. I'm excited about that because the reason why I'm high up on him, whatever, is because the Auburn offensive line was absolutely trash,
Right?
And this dude was working miracles in that backfield, and we had some problems last year on third down situations, on red zone situations.
Right.
So like anything that looks like a good running back play or whatever, I'm high up and excited about. And read this comment.
This one?
Yeah.
B Fringe from YouTube says, tell me about y'all rookies you're high on this year, free agents. For me, rookies, I'm high on this year. I just went over this on a different show that I was on. For rookies, I would say, it has to be Anton, right? With Cam Robinson being out, they definitely give some reps for Anton Harrison. So am I high on him this year? Definitely, because the dude was drafted high. Now, did he draft himself that high? No, the Jaguars did, but he still has in the eyes of the fans needs to live up to his draft position. So I'm high on him. And then free agents, I know people aren't going to agree with me on this, but I'm high on the free agent signing of Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram was an unrestricted free agent this offseason. Yes, we tagged him, but we ended up getting a long-term contract figured out. And so to me, with him being an unrestricted free agent and able to bring him back, to me, that was huge as far as free agency goes. People may not agree with me on that as a free agent, but that's me. What about you, Cody?
So offense, I would go take Bigsby. I was just talking about him, and then he asked this question and whatever. So that was a really good segue.
Segue.
And then Antonio John. I swear to God, I took like Alpha Brain by Joe Rogan before the show or something, dude. I'd never been clicking like this before. I don't know what the hell's going on. I wish it was like this all the time. Anyway, Antonio Johnson Jr. from Texas A&M on defense, because he could drop down and play that nickel, and he was intercepting passes from Bryce Young at Alabama because they were in the same division. And then he comes to the Jacksonville Jaguars, And lo and behold, look who is in his division again, Bryce Young. So there's going to be some continuity. I love that word there as well.
Continuity. Dang, you're on fire today, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That means I'm not on other days.
So I do want to share. No, you're on fire every day, in my heart. So I wanted to share the Twitter, Oh no, I'm sorry, X.
Oh yeah.
X. The Jacksonville Jaguars
X gonna give it to you.
X account has they posted a cool video of their new facilities that they'll be playing at, and so I kind of wanted to show the world how awesome it looks.
I've seen like a couple of videos and pictures, but I don't think I've seen like everything. So I might be surprised here.
Here we go. All right, is it widescreen all the way?
Yeah.
Cool. Here we go. Again, this is courtesy of the Jacksonville Jaguars X account.
That was clean.
That wall.
Man, that beat was dope, dude. That sounded like Ludacris was about to start rapping.
Luda. That was pretty cool. Man, that gets me pumped. I kind of want to go. I kind of want to be an NFL player now, just so I can go experience that facility.
Can I be anti real quick? Why are we excited about a grass field? I mean, dude, it's the little things in Jacksonville because they don't give you much, I guess. Yeah, like when they say like fight, scratch, and claw, like even we had to do that for just that little bit. You know what I mean? But the future is brighter than a mug, dude. Because the resort's coming up, and then the future stadium. So I'm excited about the future of Jacksonville because I mean, this city deserved it, man. Those players deserved it.
Yeah. Yeah, that new facility is pretty cool looking. The grass, even the grass. We love the grass.
Yeah.
So just a few notes about training camp. So it'll be open practice to the public on July 26th. That's tomorrow. 27, 29, 31, and then August 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 10. The 28th is exclusive for season ticket members. And then August 5th, they'll have a stadium practice on August 5th inside the bank. And this is all free. But from what I understand is you have to, you still need to get tickets. And so they do have a limited number of tickets. And so Cody, you've been to training camp practices before. Tell our viewers why it is significant that the Jaguars have upgraded their facilities, not only for the players, but for the viewers. What's it going to be like for the fans that attend now versus years ago?
So I went to scrimmage games before, never a practice. So this is going to be different because I mean they're not in like full pads or anything like that. And you're not going to be able to tell a lot. Because it's not full bore, full contact sport, and a lot of our key positions that we're going to need, those are at those types of positions. So I wouldn't expect to just go there and enjoy it. I would say, especially in this new stadium, there's a shade, there's cover, so you're out of the sun, which is great. There's like fans in there and stuff too. So, but yeah, man, just go down there and enjoy it for what it is, and then try not to be like a super critic. I hate that I am. You know, it just comes natural to me, and I wish I could just go back to being a, a fan of this team as like a kid again. You know, um, but it is what it is. So, but I'm still excited about it. I'm still excited to see it.
So I've been to practices in the past, and from what I understand, there's more or actual shade, I guess, for the
Yeah.
fans to enjoy. So, um, for those of you that aren't familiar with Florida, it's called the Sunshine State for a reason. The sun shines and it is scorching hot, but it's not a dry heat, as they say, right? It's not dry, it's wet heat, right? The humidity, so it just
Sun.
scorches
Yeah.
you. Although with
Yeah.
the wet heat, the humidity, you really can't get away from the heat, even in the shade. But the shade will help you from not passing out as much.
Yeah. The
So
sun doesn't shine down here; it bakes.
so so the Miller Electric facility has been an upgrade, not just for the players, but for the fans as well. Beef French from YouTube says that's way nicer than what the Titans have. Well, of course. What the Titans need to reach out to Hellman's and see if they can get them to sponsor a new facility for them.
That would be the funniest thing ever.
Randy Fox.
Randy says, "Miss it, man. That's my old work buddy, dude." And it was a work buddy that turned into a friend. And then he sold his spot and then moved back up to Ohio, as he says it.
House for Lovers, right?
Yeah.
B French says, I've got training camp tickets as well as for the Titans. I had to get them from SeatGeek. So, B French, if you're still there, did they make you pay for those? Because for the Jaguars, they were free. Did the Nashville franchise force you to purchase those tickets? I'm just curious. And then for those that don't know, I'm getting all this information from the Jaguars website. So, as far as autographs go, it'll be different this year. Training camp guests will be randomly selected upon entry and be invited to a post-practice autograph session. So that's kind of a bummer for those people that like to go out to look for get autographs during those practices. Now you have to be selected, so that kind of stinks. Still a Jag, says Randy Fox.
Yeah. Go Jags, baby. I know.
As well. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. I know he wasn't about to go to Ohio and become a Browns fan.
Who we play this year, and we're gonna beat the Jaguars of old. Would not have beat him. Let's be honest. Okay, so yeah, my hopes for training camp. Now this is the day before training camp starts, so my hopes really going in is that
He said, "Hell no."
Things click with Calvin Ridley and between him and Trevor Lawrence, but most importantly, no injuries. You know, now you kind of talked about it earlier. Where are we going to get to a point where they don't even like touch each other? I listened to a show earlier this week on 1010XL. It was last Friday actually. Tom McManus is a former linebacker for the Jaguars. He was there in the inaugural years where Tom Coughlin was the head coach, where they sometimes had to do 3 days, where nowadays they don't do 1 a day. So it was interesting to hear his perspective from what they used to go through versus what they go through now. The benefits, maybe there are less injuries. I don't know. But with it being a pass-happy league, you probably don't need as much physicality as the running league that we used to be in.
I miss running backs, man. I mean, I know there's some still around. There's some still around, man. But like, it just seems like it's dying out. So, but yeah, like Todd Gurley, like seeing those runs or whatever. Especially me being a Georgia fan and him going to the NFL. Then you got, of course, Maurice Jones-Drew, Fred Taylor. It's just like, are we ever gonna have those types of backs again? Falcon Cook. And I don't know. Like after Derrick Henry goes away from the Titans, because Titans are like holding it down as far as like being the last holdouts of that type of offense, and it's because they got somebody like Derrick Henry in their backfield. But after he goes away or whatever, or whatever happens to in that regard, Like, what's going to happen then?
Yeah.
They're gonna have a lot of catching up to do, to be honest, because they're not going to find another. Derrick Henry it doesn't come around, but like once every 10 years.
Yeah. It's true. I mean, yeah. Well, big gulps, eh? Well, see you later. Well, no. So we're getting near the end of the year where there's not a whole lot to talk about, and I think this might be the last week where we don't have a whole lot to talk about because next week we'll be talking about all the great things that came out of training camp. B French says King Henry. You mean? I'll give you that because he's from Northeast Florida. So
yeah, Yulee.
So Cody, any final thoughts before we let this thing close?
Final thoughts, man. I'm so glad the damn off season's over with, dude. Like it's training camp football, but it's football, baby, and I'm excited. Let's go.
Nice. For me, no final thoughts at all, man. Mine's just I want to give kudos again to Cody for that that drawing that he gave to the Jacksonville Sharks. That was pretty cool. A big shout out because he did it through the Jaguars fan battle Twitter account, so it gave some exposure to the Jaguars fan battle Twitter account, which was awesome. And all that I have left is guys, please, down below you'll see the fanbattlesports.com. Go there for all of your AFC South content. Every team in the AFC South is in there. That's right. Even the bottom dwellers, Houston Texans, are on there as well. You'll find some horrible videos and some horrible articles written by some pretty decent people. But you also find some stuff for us as well. You can head on over to Twitter. We're at Jaguars Fan Battle. Cody kind of manages that account, and he's putting out some funny and awesome content every single day. And then, of course, the Fan Battle Sports Network also has their own account that's pretty cool. So, Cody, where can we find you?
At Cody Cold Gaming on Twitter or X, and then Facebook.
That's right. I keep saying Twitter. You can find me at Matthew G Sports on Twitter. But we would really appreciate if you guys just went by the Jaguars Fan Battle on X and YouTube as well.
And man, go Dogs, baby. I can't hold it in no more. Go Dogs.
And on that note, go Jags, 2023 Super Bowl champs.
Ooh.